Here we are at lesson number 10. Lesson 10 is all about how to take that smart software and use it with other applications. We're going to use other applications like Microsoft applications, and then we're going to go on and take a look at some of the other applications that you can use it with. Let's take a second here to see how these smart tools, the smart products, and even the smart notebook software, or even the smart floating toolbars integrate with Microsoft PowerPoint here. I'm teaching my students about prime numbers, and I want them to fill in this little text box that I've created right here. And actually, I could click on this, and this is before I have launched the actual slideshow for the students to see. So let's go down here and launch this show. And this is what my students will see. I've created a PowerPoint, and down here we see this normal little command center where we can advance a slide, go back a slide, and we can even end the show if we want to. But notice, because we actually have the smart notebook software integrated, built in here, we have a couple of other options now. We can click right here, and you'll see that I've got all of these brand new options. I have settings for my smartboard. I can double press to advance. I can add drawings at the end of the show if I want to. A transparent toolbar if I want that floating in there, which is this thing down here, the transparent toolbar. And my floating toolbars, I can bring those out if I want to by clicking on that. I can come right up here and I can go to my PowerPoint commands, add a blank slide, capture this to my actual smart notebook software. So there's a whole bunch of options built right into PowerPoint just because you installed the software. Let's go ahead and see how this might work though. So we're working with prime numbers. I'm going to go up here and use my finger or the marker, and I'm going to draw right here underneath prime numbers. Say, hey students, we're talking about prime numbers today. So what in the world are prime numbers? And I might ask my students to give me some ideas of what they are. If I click someplace, I have it set up so that those settings take care of, they get rid of my writing. And now, if I want to keep my writing, let's say I have my students come up and give me some examples of prime numbers. What are some examples of prime numbers? Well, for instance, maybe 2 and 3 and 4. But wait a second, 4 isn't a prime number, so I can go back in here and erase 4. 4 is not a prime number, and then we can continue on. I could have little Sammy come up and draw 5 up here. Maybe somebody else can answer that, and I can write it in their form. And when we have filled out this table to what we feel is adequate, we can come down here to that little drop down again, and here I can say add or insert these drawings as an image right into the slide. So I'm going to click that. It takes just a few seconds, and boom, they're in there. Now if I click someplace, they don't go away, they don't disappear. In fact, I can advance a slide and come back a slide, and lo and behold, they're still in there, written in there. And when I go to save this PowerPoint later, if I want to put it out on the internet for the students to take a look at, they can see their handiwork written right into the PowerPoint. It's pretty snazzy. Now I'm going to go on to the next slide here and give you an idea of how else you can use this in PowerPoint. So now I can actually come in here, and instead of writing things, maybe I'll just want to cross things off because I'm using this sieve to eradicate or get rid of. I'm going to erase that one right there. And I know that 4 is also not a number that is prime, neither is 6. You get the idea. And then I could go over here and circle 2, say that it is. And we could work our way through this, showing the students which are and which are not actual prime numbers. You can see how useful these tools would be in front of class, built right in, working in conjunction with your PowerPoint software. And like I said, you can save the annotations, or you can set it up so that when you click, those annotations go away. Pretty simple stuff. I'm going to end this show and show you how to actually bring this PowerPoint now into Smart Notebook software if you'd like to. So I just opened up the Smart Notebook software here, and I'm no longer using PowerPoint, but I like that PowerPoint that I created and I want to work on it a little bit more. So I'm going to come up here to the File button, File menu option here, and I'm going to import something because I'm going to import a PowerPoint. And I go find my way to that PowerPoint, and I find that PowerPoint sitting right here called Prime Numbers in Lesson 10, and I double click that, and I just wait for a little bit, and it should pop itself in here.